By now, you probably recognize this sound. It's the booming voices blasted by Palmac Select Choir. The music may be familiar, but if you look to the front of the room, you'll see something new. Or should we say, someone new.
I love choral singing.
Meet Adam Chandler. He's the new choral director for the high school.
That's kind of my passion.
And it's that passion for singing that he says brought him to Palmac in the first place. Though he says it's been a little hectic so far. See, he only started here a couple of weeks ago, right in the heart of Spirit Week.
It's been a little overwhelming, not necessarily in a bad way. It's just a lot of new at one time.
New notes, a new group, and a new district. But in 7 years of teaching, a new place is nothing new for him. He came here from Victor, where he taught elementary school music. Before that, he taught in his hometown near Syracuse. He says he wanted to get back to teaching at the high school level, and here he is.
There's a big group of people who love to do the same thing. That drew me in almost more than the music did.
Palms out. Cross them, clasp them.
Even on a short turnaround, he's already made his mark. Take a look at these positive messages pasted to the walls and on the backs of seats. Then look at the team. Chandler has them playing some new games. Hear me out, there is a purpose.
Your topic of conversation could be subject, but favorite part about school.
Chandler says this all has to do with team building and trust.
They have to know a little bit about each other to feel safe being so vulnerable and sharing something that is so deeply personal in front of other people, especially for the people that they just kind of know and aren't necessarily friends with. You know, that puts you in a vulnerable position to be, you know, putting yourself out there as a high schooler.
Power clap for me, please. 1, 2, 3.
It's that vulnerability that Chandler says is helping him connect with the students because he's felt vulnerable, especially with switching schools, which is why he says he's been an open book with his students. Though he says there is one thing most students don't know about him, his love for country music.
You know, if I turn on my radio in my vehicle, it's on country all the time. It's just very, that is comforting and homey to me and makes me think of my family back at home.
And it's not just his music preferences he's keeping an open book on. He's looking to help shape the future of the Palmac music program. This includes drumming up ideas like new song styles or even more joint concerts. Those ideas may be more down the road, but Chandler says he's ready to go along for the ride. As he does, he's learning more about himself, his students, and his school.
So initially it was just oh yeah, it's a high school job. But I think as I've gotten to know the community and the school, it's definitely more than that. There's just a good feeling about being here and working here with these kids and with this faculty.
Sure, there's a new face in a new place, but if there's one thing that hasn't changed for Adam Chandler or the Select Choir, it's the passion for the music.